everybody. I just want to say thank y'all for stopping in here. We do have a special guest with us tonight. I do have a few announcements that me and my dad might go out next Wednesday to a cemetery. Uh, might try to go to Colonel Jack Martin's grave, John Martin. He liked to be called either one at any particular time. We're going to try to do it again over to Rock House. We hadn't really had a chance to get back over there yet. If y'all hadn't caught our show last night or live, we was on what we call Thor Road. We had some amazing activity there. We did one at the cemetery there and also on the bridge. We had some footsteps. We heard some people talking, screaming, hollering and stuff. And there's nobody lives on that road within. It's like a 3-mile road or 2-mile road, and there's nobody lives on it. It's a hunting club. Even the people that hunts there don't even go there no more because they're actually scared. Hey everybody. I gonna get our guest on. Her name is Emma. She's got her own paranormal show. She's funny and crazy, and we're going to try to interview her and see what she's got going on for herself. Here she is. Hey there.
Hi everyone. Hi Jonathan. Thank you so much for inviting me to be on your show. And before you say it's an honor, I think it's an honor to be on your show. So yeah, and it was wonderful meeting you and your family when we all went to the battleship. It was amazing. I got new family members is how I feel.
Yeah, it was really a family get together, like a family reunion.
Yep.
I think one of the fun thing was we went to that Japanese place, whatever it was.
Yeah.
That was pretty wild.
That was fun. The crab, I'll tell you guys, don't eat the crab there. It was, yeah, they got pictures of me. Seafood sounded good, but that crab, no. And then something else I ate, I was like, it looked good, but it wasn't good. Oh. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Gemma. Hi, Kay. You got some other people on your YouTube side.
Yeah, it don't show none of their names. My dad is doing pretty good. He's actually went with us out last night. He got kind of scared. Or not what you say, scared. He just startled him a little bit because something actually walked up to the side of the truck and looked in the window at him. So he was actually real scared. When I went and checked on him, he was shaking so bad he had the doors bolted, windows up, and everything.
Wow. I'm sharing you out on some more platforms. And I know your dad, and he actually, I don't think he gets scared that easily. I mean, I kind of can be startled, but that.
Yeah, he's one of them type of people that it's kind of hard to get him scared.
Hey, Thomas. Everybody, don't forget the thumbs up. Share the stream out. I'm gonna yell out here.
But yeah, we like I say though, we had pretty good time last night. So tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got your name for your
how I got my name. Okay, that one. Everybody. So PDX is actually the name of our airport here in Oregon, PDX, and also Portland area is called PDX, but mainly we settled on the name PDX Paranormal because for the last 3 years when I would fly, everybody can tell you there was an issue with one thing or another. Every airport I went to, there was issues, and yeah, I to the point. Okay, I've went to the wrong airport when I was leaving. Like when I was in Virginia, I flew on one airport. You would think you'd fly out of that same airport in Washington D.C. Nope, it's another airport. So yeah, I've gone to the wrong airport. I've gone to the wrong airlines because of the equipment I pack. I literally have to go to an airport 3 hours early because they go through all of my bags.
Yeah.
I've tried to keep batteries out of things and put what goes underneath. No, I've even spent a couple times at an airport for 17 hours, and
Wow.
then I think it was Tampa or Orlando. I was there over 24 hours because they had an issue with my bags. So yeah.
Oh,
So hence PDX airport. So that's how we got that.
okay.
I actually I come from a small town, Baker City, Oregon. Like I've told a lot of people, there's a lot of paranormal history that goes on there, and plus where that's at, that's Northeast Oregon, and that's where the gold rush was going through. Well, we all know the gold rush there was issues, killings and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys remember that show. Oh my god, what's it called, Tony? Mind. There was a show, paranormal show that something mind like ghost mind. That was in Sumter, Oregon, which is like 20 minutes from my hometown. Um, it's amazing that Em hasn't arrived on the wrong planet, right? So yeah, and I've always been into the paranormal, especially when from my hometown. But when I decided to have a family and settle down and stuff like that, I kind of stepped back from it and wanted to raise my family. I have 5 kids, 4 boys, and my daughter's my youngest, and they've all have grown up and graduated now. And so my daughter was the last one to graduate a few years ago. That's when I decided to get back into it, and I started traveling and
Yeah.
stuff. I
What
just like to try.
what actually got you started in paranormal? I mean, how old was you when you got the urge to?
I was little. I remember when I was babysitting. And back in the day, you guys, I'm 52 years old. Back in the day, we were able to babysit at like the age of 8, 9, like really young.
Yeah.
Well, this house I was babysitting at, this little girl, and they lived across the street from a cemetery. This little girl would start screaming, and she was taking a bath, and I was like, "What's going on?" She goes, "Don't you see him?" She was talking about a guy in the corner, and at the time, I didn't see him. Well, then you would hear her dad was a drummer, so you would hear tapping on the drums.
Yeah.
And so we'd go out there, and she's like, "There he is, tapping on the drums." And so that's what got me interested in it. Come to find out what had happened, why there was that, I want to say lost soul, the spirit, down in the basements there, because Oregon has, you have basements. Down in the basement was a dirt floor and a rock wall. There's a lot of underground tunnels in Baker City. A lot of them have been blocked now, but they had somebody come in and investigate that place. It broke out one of those walls, and they found a skeleton remains in there.
Uh,
So they're thinking that was part of, the activity that was going on.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I kind of got scared and stopped babysitting for them because I didn't know what to think.
Yeah.
Um, Here at my house, when my husband and I bought this house 20 years ago, there was an activity going on. There was a shadow. Um, it wasn't a vicious or anything. They weren't. The shadow wasn't harming us, but for the first 5 years here, I would see it like out of the corner of my eye, and how the front living room set up in the hallway. There for a while, I thought it was the kids, but I'm like, telling the kids to go to bed, I thought they would come out, kind of peek around the corner.
Yeah.
And then one night, me and my husband the kids were gone. There was nobody in the house. So we decided to like have movie night, sit in front of our TV out there. And as we're sitting there, I see that shadow. And I was like, I'm looking, I'm like, oh. My husband Jay goes, "What'd you see?" And I'm like, "Nothing." We kept this from each other for 5 years. I'm like, "Nothing." He goes, "No, what did you see?" I'm like, "Nothing. It's okay." He goes, "I'll show you what you saw." And he gets up and he goes and mimics it. I'm like going, "Oh my God." He
Yeah.
goes, "I've been seeing it too." so,
Oh,
so he thought it was the kids there for a while. So there was that. After that had happened, I started bringing more of my crystals in because I'm like really into a lot of crystals. And that shadow kind of like just went away. Every now and then, stuff will happen in the house. My lights will go on and off. Today, there's this right here that has gemstones in it.
yeah.
Somehow that door opened up and my dice fell out of it.
Hmm.
That was a crazy thing today. So never happened before. Um,
Oh,
my camera don't work. There we go. Um, my husband and I sat in our room and we decided to see if there was anything there that wanted to talk to us, right? And we had a recorder and we're going, hey, if you're here, please communicate with us. We want to know how you're doing, and stuff like that. And probably 10, 15 minutes went by, nothing. And then I said, okay, this is your last chance. If you want to talk with us, we mean no harm and stuff. If not, you have a wonderful evening. We stop the recording there. We go back and listen to the recording. And when I had asked, is there anyone here that wants to speak with us? You hear a deep male voice go, no, like that. Like, we're like, okay. So ever since then, we really hadn't tried to communicate with anything in this house.
yeah. Does your husband travel with you when you do ghost hunt stuff? I mean, does he go
No,
hunting with you?
he does local stuff with me. We have animals and stuff like that, and he stays home. One thing, he doesn't like to fly.
Yeah.
We had a bad experience flying together one time, but so he doesn't like to fly. But he does want to meet up and meet all you guys too one of these days. But here in town, oh yeah, the orbs. You, I get orbs that will actually you'll see them. It's like once we start talking about, I can turn that light off. If we start talking about more paranormal, you'll see them start flying.
Uh,
Um, he while we're in town, he will go with me. He's more of a skeptic.
yeah.
He likes to make sure he can debunk something. Like pretty much everything he'll try to debunk. If he can't debunk it, then he's like, okay, that's not normal.
Yeah. My
I'm reading
dog.
chat. I'm sorry. Uh,
So,
Phoenix, she's a friend of mine, Kelly. We've sat here just on a private call, and all of a sudden she'd be like, "Do you see that?" I'm like, "No," and I'll have to go back and I'd have to watch, and you'll see them come around, and you can tell it's orbs by you can see them. They're bright, and they will, like I can't explain it.
yeah.
She can. Even MJC. Shout out to MJC. He was on a call too, or we were on a live stream, and I saw something right here, and I looked, and MJ saw it on the camera, and it was an orb that just started up and moved.
Hmm.
But I caught it with my eye. They've caught my lights going on and off. Uh, let's see, yeah, Jay has become more in tune with them, but he's still more of a skeptic. I feel they follow me. Like if I'm in the front living room, we have these dimming lights, and every now and then they haven't done it in a long time. But if I go out there and start hanging out, we got it on camera where you can see the dimmer slide down. And I'm like, okay, thank you. Can you turn it back on, please? And you'll see the dimmer go back up. It'll turn on the row lights.
Yeah. Hmm.
It's some crazy stuff. um, Here, like that light here, there's a light there. Sometimes I can tell them, or they'll turn it off. They want to be playful and they'll turn it
Yeah.
off. I'm like, okay, thank you. Can you turn it back on? And I'll have the camera aiming over there and they'll turn it on. I'm like, okay, if you want to have fun, can you turn it off? And they'll turn it off.
Yeah.
So I can't explain any of that. We were thinking maybe it was like faulty wiring or something, but no, they can do it here when they want to. They'll let me know when they're around, I guess.
Yeah. When you go out and investigate, do you like to know the history before you go, or you want to wait until you do your investigation first?
That's a good question. No, I don't want to know the history. The reason, I mean, I may know some history, like okay, so the battleship, I knew that was in a war and stuff like that, so I knew there
Yeah.
would be spirits on there. But to know exactly what's on there or what's been happening, hold on, I feel it would be contaminating my mind. Like going to a cemetery, somebody would be like, "So in this cemetery, the lady in white walks around and da 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 da." Subconsciously, I'm going to try to look for the lady in white to
Yeah.
prove either she's there or she's not. And I don't want to do that. I want to see if I can see things myself or find new evidence and stuff.
Yeah.
And so,
You just don't
yeah,
wanna, you just want to focus on that one category you
right,
do. Yeah.
right.
That's the same way with me. I'm just a little bit different. I like to have little of the history, but still yet I just go trying to find what I can find. It'd be lucky if I, catch what they said. But
Right.
most of the time we always get something a little different when we go to like a big place like a Saint Asylum or the
That's on
battleship.
my bucket list. I gotta go. Yeah. The other thing is my brain just broke. Hold on. I I hate that. Oh my gosh. I have like over here in Oregon, I have some favorite cemeteries I like going to just because I've had experiences at them. I've been touched. I've been warned and told to get out and tapped on my shoulder really hard.
Yeah,
And then one night, remember the Halloween a few years back? It was Halloween on a Saturday night and a full moon. I mean, what more can you ask for?
yeah,
We go to my favorite cemetery. We got nothing. Like
yeah,
absolutely nothing. And I think that's in one of my channels or one of my videos. But yeah, I like to show pretty much everything, whether we get something or not.
yeah. We
Excuse me.
we actually, but I guess it's only a couple places we always get a little something, not much, but sometimes we go crazy. Like at my family cemetery and the clinic, them two's really a hot spot for us. But it's always a hit or miss because sometimes I go and don't get nothing. Then the next time I go, they try to kill themselves. I mean, it's every 5 seconds
Yeah.
they're showing something.
Do you feel now I'm asking you a question because I'll answer my own question. Do you feel if you keep going back to the same place, the spirits become more in tune with you and they want to communicate more with you? Or do you feel it doesn't really matter? I feel if I keep going to the same place, they become in tune with me and they're used to me, so they want to talk more.
Yeah,
If they feel like talking, I can't make them talk. They're not puppets,
yeah,
but I've noticed from my recordings and stuff like that because I love using the SB7, but just the white noise triggers my migraines. But
yeah,
the SB7, I can hear like the same voices come through from previous, investigations. So Now you can
To
answer.
me, to me, I honestly think it does show you more. We've been to the clinic 11 times, maybe a little bit more. I can't remember exactly. And each time we went, we get something. We will get something, and we'll also get something more happen to us that particular night. Because it has been like 4 or 5 different things over the years. It was a
Right.
hospital and a nursing home, a boys club, a detox center. So you know that we it's going to be something.
Right.
And I do feel like the more we go, more they get used to us, and they actually try to show, talk more, mess with equipment a lot more. Because we actually had a battery blow plumb out of the REM pod,
What?
a little 9-volt battery. They grab a hold of the
Yeah.
amp, and it just sits there for long enough till it decides to kick it out.
Oh my God.
And the battery is dead as 4 o'clock on Sunday afternoon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So same way with the cemetery that we go to, my mom's cemetery, it does the same thing. We always get something. I mean, I think we went one night, we didn't ever get much, but rest of the time we get something other.
Right.
So
And you have your favorite like cemeteries you go to, or your favorite hot spots you like to go to?
well, I've got a couple. Actually, clinic is one of my favorites, and my mom's cemetery. It is one of my good favorites. But I'm a more of a history type person, so
Okay.
I like old like old plantation homes.
I was gonna
Uh,
say like Bellamy Mansion and the
yeah,
Savannah. Okay, yeah.
I like stuff like that because I'm a big Civil War nut. I love the Civil War stuff, and I find I can connect to those places. So, do you have a favorite preference that you would like to go? I mean, that you
I
always go
think
to?
I like everything. Um, you know, the difference between like the East Coast and West Coast. Now, the cemeteries on the East no, hold on. Cemeteries on the East Coast, yeah. Cemeteries on the East Coast. You can only do those certain times a year because there are a lot of bugs that are horrendous. And I'm just like, you get mosquitoes biting you, get mosquitoes in your ear.
Man,
And that doesn't make for a good video. Um, Here on the West Coast, we don't have those bugs. And pretty much we can go any time of the year. I mean, we get a lot of rain, so I don't know if you want to go in the rain. I've gone in the rain, but that's why I like the cemeteries here compared to the East Coast. Now, when it comes to like history homes, like Bellamy Mansion and stuff like that, I enjoy that on the East Coast. Here we have a lot of abandoned homes with certain history, the gold mining and stuff like that. A lot of them here they haven't been like restored, so some of them could be dangerous and whatnot. Um, yeah, I do. I like to invest. I like to urbex too. So
yeah.
yeah, because when you
Do you feel like when there's bad weather, such as like the earthquakes or real bad storms, tornado storms, or I don't know if y'all get hurricanes out west like we do here on the East Coast, but
once in probably a blue moon, like even a tornado in a blue moon,
yeah,
we just get freakish blizzards. um, I feel like the rain and stuff like that can enhance the stuff. Up at Mount Hood, there's areas that have been enhanced due to the water.
yeah,
Um, Trying to think. On the coastline where the because there's several different lighthouses.
Yeah.
You can feel the energy in these lighthouses, especially during or after a storm. Let's see what else. The one thing I do want to go to is the castle.
Yeah.
That's a bucket list thing too.
I want to go to Dracula's castle.
Ooh,
That's where I want to go.
that sounds
Just
good.
just the name of the area where it's in, Romania.
Yep.
I think that's pretty cool place to go. But I want to go up north and do a lot like in Massachusetts and stuff. Lizzie Borden's house where she done killed
Yep.
her father and stepmother. Uh, I like old murders too. I mean, that's what because we studied about that in school and the witch trials up there.
Yep.
We studied
My
about
husband's
that.
from Boston, Mass. So
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. And he likes he knows serial killers and stuff too. So I think that's what got him into it, the like the paranormal. So
Yeah. Have you ever done any prisons or
yes,
anything like that?
I've done 2 prisons. The first prison was Jasper Jail. We actually were able to rent it for the weekend. There was, I want to say, 6 of us, and we got some amazing evidence on that. I still have stuff I got to put out,
Yeah.
but the warden and this warden had a very distinct voice, and when we heard him come across one person's radio, then my friend and I went upstairs in one of the jails. That same voice come on my radio. Then the other crazy thing was is when we went back to Florida to Patty's house, the warden really liked her. He came back with us, and you can hear him in the car talking with your own ears.
Oh,
So Patty had to tell him he needed to go back home and whatnot, but there
yeah.
was that one, and so much. There was a lot of activity that was going on in that place. Then the other one was the Gilchrist Jail, which is in Florida. That one, it didn't feel like the Jasper Jail, but there was in some of the cells. I believe it only has 8 cells, and some of the cells, I want to say 2 of them, you can actually feel a presence in there. And and back to, I'm sorry, I'm going back and forth. Jasper Jail. The second night we were there, we finally found the key to get into solitary confinement.
Oh,
That was really cool because I was using a laser grid,
yeah.
and whatever was in there didn't like that laser grid, would literally shut it off. And then we're
Oh,
like, okay, turn it back on. And it would turn it back on. And we're standing back. When I do a video, I don't know if you've seen my camera, I have what's called a director's view. I can video what's in front and you can video myself at the same time. So you see
yeah.
what's behind me, you see what's in front of me. Well, when we're all standing back, you can see nobody's near that laser light and it just goes off and comes back on.
That's crazy. Um, I feared you probably being at the Alcatraz. I would love to go there.
I haven't been there yet. I want to. That's another one.
That's
Tony in chat is not too far from Alcatraz.
oh, okay.
Yeah, I've
That would
never
be
been there, but I would love to.
yeah. That's one of them on my bucket list too. Go there. Do you use any kind of apps on your phone?
I do sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, I do. There's like, I want to say 3 apps that I would trust more than anything. Well, 2 I mainly use. That would be the Necrophonic, and that would be the Ghost Tools. Um, the reason why I will use those is because after a while the SB7, I had the PSB7, and like I said, the white noise will trigger my migraines.
Yeah.
And I'll try to deal with it as long as I can because I get excellent responses with the SB7.
Yeah.
But if I know they want to communicate and I can't do that no more, I will pull out one of those apps. And if I'm getting direct responses to, if I'm asking a question and they're responding back, then I know that's legit and that's happened. And even my husband has tried to debunk that too. And when we were using the necro, I asked everybody their names. I'm like, hey, what's your guys' names? My name is Emmy. You know, I like to introduce myself, who's ever with me. And they were coming across saying their names. And me and my husband are looking around, and their headstones are right there where we're at. It was like, oh my God. So that to me showed it was like legit that they were using that to communicate with.
I use ghost tools on my phone once in a blue moon, but my buddy Michael, that's in my group, he uses
Uh-huh.
it quite often.
Does he?
Yeah, he uses it about on every investigation we go to, and sometimes it does hit a good spot, but sometimes it don't have what we're investigating at. But
Right.
but 9 times out of 10, it actually is a little accurate than most that I've tried. Uh,
Yeah.
I do
And
use what's called Ghost Tube. It's
oh, Ghost Tube. Yeah, I've used that one too. Yeah.
I've used it. I'm not real too big on it. I don't something about it don't act like it's that good to me, but because I used the part where the SLS on it,
Yeah. A lot of
and
people do.
it don't. There's nothing there that maps out. I mean, it mapped me out. Then when I step back, it's still there. It don't
Now,
my map don't follow me back.
see, I actually have an SLS camera,
Yeah,
and what I've learned by owning it and taking on investigations, the whatever that thing's called. Oh my God, my brain. The connects. Okay,
yeah,
so the connects is actually for a game, and then when you have the connect set up, and before you go into that game, it maps out that room, and so it's got a map of the room and puts in the grid, and then the SLS part of the camera can the program you download will see you as a stick figure or see something else come up as a stick figure. So what I've learned with that, it has to be in one spot. To me, you can't walk around with it to get an accurate
yeah,
stick figure or an accurate apparition or whatever, because it's trying to remap out the
yeah,
sensor again. So like a plant is going to look like a person or a spirit. So anytime I've ever moved it, I restart the app or the program. It's not an app. I restart the program and let it map out where it's at again. And I think that's more legit because
yeah.
we've caught stuff come across after I've done that.
I
Like I said,
can't keep.
I
Go
go ahead.
ahead. You
I was
go
gonna say
ahead.
I've walked around with it and I don't get accurate stuff, and so I think that's how the ghost tube is too. If you
Yeah,
walk around with the SLS, it's not going to be accurate, but maybe if you sit there and make it stable, there's a possibility.
yeah. I've tried the use mine, but mine won't stay charged long enough to do it because whatever it is, I've tried to use it at the clinic 5 6
So
times and it never will work.
what's not staying charged? The tablet
Yeah,
or
iPad thing.
so I bought the most best invention ever. I should go get it. I even when I brought this with us when we came to North Carolina. Patty used it when we were at the Shadow Cemetery, and we were able to stay there over 4 hours because she was able to charge her batteries while we were investigating.
Yeah.
So let me go get it. I'll be right back.
All right.
It's right here. So, you guys, this it's it's a
everything
couple pounds.
in
This here
tablet.
is like a little converter box.
Yeah.
You can plug stuff in right here. Plug, USB things and stuff like that here. And one charge, it will last probably like a few days. My husband uses it when he takes out his drone. He can keep charging each battery, why he's using the drone. When Patty and I were at the cemetery, she was using it and it still kept the full charge.
Yeah.
I paid $99 for these. I bought two. That was probably the best investment ever. So I plug in my tablet when I'm using the SLS and it don't die.
I might have
So,
to invest in one of them.
yeah, I'll send you the link and stuff like that. Even when we were at the ship, when we were downstairs, or I don't know where we were at, the mess hall or something like that. Patty was using this down there too, and I think Mason had used it too. You can plug in, your cameras, anything pretty much. Oh, and there's an adapter that you can plug in, and the stuff that goes into your cigarette lighter that you can plug in, that goes in here too.
Okay.
So it's probably the best thing I've ever bought.
It said they slowed down letting people on the island. Alcatraz reopens starting June 5th,
That's today.
2022.
Really?
That'd be a pretty good place right there to have a
Right?
good.
Definitely want to try that. I want to investigate there. Whether I investigate or not, the tours, I would even do a tour because you can feel things on a tour too.
Yeah.
I'd rather investigate. Who am I lying to? I want to investigate the place.
Yeah.
But a tour is a tour.
Yeah. It's actually not a bad place. I mean, I've heard a lot of stories about it. A lot of people talks about it. So, and that's what got me want to go check it out myself.
Right. Oh my God, I lied. I was at another jail in St. Augustine. Sorry. My bad. And actually, that one, Patty's grandson got scratched on his back.
Oh, really?
So yeah, that was a crazy place. But yeah, so I've been to 3 jails. Now, do we want to talk about the time I've been in jail before I was paranormal? No, I'm joking. I'm a joking.
Oh, Lord. Um, I mean, is there any um, place outside the U.S. that you would like to go and investigate?
The UK, and probably Scotland. My dog is jumping on my back. Hi, Sophie. Say hi. Um, I pretty much think any place with a castle, I really want to check out.
Yeah.
Um,
There's Irene.
Hi, Irene. Just because I know in the UK there's a lot of places, a lot of historical places also. Oh yeah, Japan too. I'd love to go to Japan. One of my good friends married my nephew, and she's from Japan, and she talks about how they don't talk about the spirits over there.
Yeah.
You can't get tattoos and stuff like that. Winchester House, gone 4 times. That's another crazy place I'd like to go. There's so many places. Oh my gosh. You guys are overwhelming me. That is another good place.
You gotta get you a notebook and start writing these places down.
I know, right? Because I have like a short-term memory, and Irene's like, don't need to go far to see anything haunted. That's what I've heard. But then again, a lot of people, the Asian and Japanese, they don't really talk about stuff like that. So I think that's really different. No one talks about paranormal here except for me. See? My friend Erica, she believes in it, but it's like a bad juju if you talk about it.
Yeah.
She's gone on investigations with me when Jay doesn't go, because I won't go by myself. So therefore, there's not really a lone challenge, you know.
Yeah.
But I will take a friend with me, and she would be the friend I would take with me majority of the time.
Yeah. I like to take somebody with me so they can have the experience that what I saw or feel, so that other people don't think I'm the crazy one. They can think they're crazy too.
Right, right. That's how a lot of people like have people who don't believe like in the spirits, believe in Bigfoot or believe in UFOs or anything like that. Um, they look at us like we got three heads
Yeah. Yeah.
all the time. But I don't care. I like to show what I know, you know?
I think it's fun. See, I started my group with my dad. It's supposed to be just me and my dad. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
then my one of my friends I worked with, he wanted to join. So now I got about 7 or 8 people in the group, and it's known around the world now. I didn't ever expect that. 5 years, you asked me where I would be at now. It was not being in the paranormal field, not on
Wow.
YouTube or nothing like that. It was supposed to just be something to spend time with my dad because my mother had passed away. And now look what happened. I got to meet all of y'all incredible people. So
Thomas goes, my brain has paranormal activity, but even Emmy. Okay, let me tell you about Thomas. Okay, Thomas is a skeptic. I met him in person. Um, at at the time was my best friend Rebecca's house, and he really is a true skeptic. He doesn't really believe in it, but I think we've kind of like pulled him in, and unfortunately we didn't record it this night. We were, because I brought my REM pod. We were using the Necro app, and we started asking questions. It was at my friend's house on her back porch, and all of a sudden these people were coming through. I didn't know who they were, but come to find out they were Thomas's mom, dad, and brother. And when we would ask direct questions, like the REM pod would go up to, it's hard for them to get that REM pod to go up to the purple. They would go up there and they would hold it, asking these direct questions. And then his brother was coming through. And there was one question that Thomas asked. None of us knew this. Was that night still haunts me? He said, hold on, what? I can't remember exact word, but Thomas goes, what did we do the night before Christmas? Something like that. What did we unwrap and played and then rewrapped it, basically? And a voice comes across and said, Nintendo. And Thomas drops his head. And he's just like, we're like, is that correct? And he goes, oh my God. So his brother came through the necro. That's one of the reasons why, we use that sometimes. Like I said, unfortunately. Oh, Atari, that's what it was. Atari, not Nintendo. Atari. My bad. Yeah, my bad on that one. I wish we would have recorded it, but you never know when you get to asking questions and stuff like that. It's like, was that really his parents coming through? I feel that it was, because
yeah,
when we would ask direct questions, we would get a direct answer with the REM pod. They would light up whatever color we asked them to light up. And then when his brother came through, he started talking.
yeah,
And so that night he's still a skeptic, but you know what? He's more open-minded to it.
yeah,
Then we went it was like a day or two later, we decided to go to a mausoleum, because this is one of the scariest ones, one of them, I mean, there's quite a few, but in Florida, one of many, we took him to. And that night, like we said, sometimes you get activity and sometimes you don't. And he was doing a live stream. You make it hard to make it skeptic. And we didn't get nothing. I mean, my camera fell at one time, but am I going to call that paranormal? No.
Yeah.
I may not have had it balanced right, but really nothing. And other people have got EVPs and stuff like that from there. So yeah, I would take Thomas with me anytime on a paranormal trip because he's one of those people that if he hears a noise, he's going to be like, "Oh, that was the door." He's going to try to debunk that for sure.
Do you? I mean, I don't know how to ask the question. I got to bring trouble now. You're rubbing off on me.
I know. I'm sorry.
I mean, do you like to say, would you take your animals with you on an investigation?
Actually, I would. Not that one. She's lazy. But my white one, Lily, I would. And my husband's dog, hi Vicky. My husband's dog, Leia, which is a Siberian Husky. Now, this is Lulu. Lulu and Lily, even at different times, you will actually see something. They got their head up and they're eating something. Something is feeding them some treat. We've caught that on camera. To the where they're chewing it and their mouth is foaming.
Yeah.
Besides that one sleeping, a lot of times if they're behind me and you'll watch them, both of them, their heads will go like that, like they just followed something.
Yeah.
The dog raised their head like, what? Those two, I think, see what's going on in this house. Now, Leia, in the front living room, she started growling and her hackles would go up. It's like she's not used to something that's coming and trying to feed her, but she'll go and point, put her nose and growl where she thinks something is.
Yeah.
But Jay's had to tell her, hey, it's okay, Leia, they're not going to hurt you. So, yeah, I would take Lily, though, after all that. My white one, I don't know where she's at.
Here's a question for you.
Image brain fog is contagious. She never warned you. Right? It is.
Irene says she shared.
Thank you, Irene.
Here's another one.
So Lulu did raise her head?
Yeah, she raised her head.
Where'd you get this up, babe? 7-Eleven. Oh, thank you. I didn't even know you left. I got a drink. What'd you do to it? If you know anything about me and my husband, we play practical jokes on each other. And there is Matt, the paranormal consultant. What is up, man? No, Sophie. Yeah, Sophie. I wouldn't take her. She's too hyper. What'd you do? She would steal stuff, huh, Sophie?
Yeah.
Would you take any of your animals?
I probably would take my pig. I would love to take him.
Pigs are intelligent.
Yeah, but he will probably just walk for a few minutes and he'll just lay down and sleep like your dog's doing right there.
It looked like that.
Yeah. He gets tuckered out a lot. All he wants to do is eat and sleep and walk around circles and goes back to sleep.
That's that one. That's
Hello, Jonathan. No, I can't go nothing but my Cowboys hat.
I was gonna say that's the Cowboys, isn't it?
Yeah, he wants me to put a Steelers on my head, and that ain't never gonna happen.
Jay's like that. Jay is like all anything Boston, like the Red Sox and the Patriots. If
Yeah,
anything New York comes in this house, he'll run it over and burn it.
yeah, I like the Boston Celtics. I think they're cool.
Yeah, he likes them too. Yeah, I forgot about the hockey.
I don't know much about hockey. That's out of my league.
I know nothing.
Sounds like my cat's eat and sleep. Yeah, we always wanted to take an animal with us, but we can't figure out which one we really wanted to take when we go out. And have you ever heard like any noises such as talking while you're investigating, just like walking through a graveyard and you hear somebody talking, you're by yourself?
I can tell you when I was in Florida, it wasn't this last time, but it was like the time before. And we went to this other mausoleum, which the Abbey Civil, something like that. I can't remember the name of it. Patty knows it. Um, and I had heard a bunch of stuff there, you know. So we go there, and it was crazy how everything had happened at once. So I get out of the car, and I'm one of those people. I'm like, hey, let's go check this out, and I go for it. I just go for it. If I hear a noise, I go for it. I go for the sound. I get out of the car, and I had my camera on, and then all of a sudden it turned off, and just when I turned it on, I hear like something's running up to me.
Yeah.
That startled me, and I went to jump back to try to get back in the car, and I jammed my back on the side mirror, right? And I'm looking, I'm like, there's nothing. I'm like, oh my God, what was that? And Patty and Rebecca are like, are you okay? I'm like, no, you guys didn't hear that? Just when I turned my camera on, because we went back and listened, you can hear that running up and nothing there. And
Yeah.
so that was just that something like that startled me. I've heard I don't want to say I've really heard voices maybe, but I've heard, you guys are going to think I'm crazy, Bigfoot. You know that noise, you know. I don't know if you guys realize even on a couple of Patty's videos, she didn't realize she was ghost hunting, but she has this Bigfoot in the background. And when we went, it was like the mother. This is how my husband was trying to describe it when he listened. It's like we hear walking around us, and it's like you're getting surrounded. And then you hear, yep, the shadow cemetery, and you hear these noises like screams or something. And it's not normal screams. And then you would hear coyotes go off, and it's almost like they were calling the team to come home. And it was just really, every time I've gone there. Nope, she fell asleep again. Yeah.
I see the comment your husband done. He said, "Smell my pizza."
Smells my pizza. Yeah, she does. Went back to sleep. She's like, that's too far. I don't want to walk.
Yeah.
But yeah, so when it comes to that I would consider that. I think I mainly hear footsteps a lot of
Yes.
times. I get touched quite a bit. And that sounds horrible saying that. I get touched quite a bit, people.
Yeah, seems like I always get touched when we go to the clinic. I don't know why, but it does.
Try to get your attention and stuff.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and play the P3 uh, program video and take a break. Go get
Yeah,
a
you're a little
drink.
late doing that.
It's good. It's all good. I'm gonna go ahead and play it for everybody right quick so they can watch it. Give them
Definitely.
enough time to take a drink and stretch a little bit.
Yep.
So,
Body break, everybody.
yeah. If I can find it here, we'll be all right.
Oh my gosh. You had one job, Jonathan.
Yeah. I can't remember everything. I told you I'm in the presence of a star.
Oh my God, shut up.
All right.
Oh, you crazy.
Here is the P3 program. Go and follow these people on here, their YouTube and their Facebook and whatever else
They're
platform you
amazing.
got.
Amazing.
But here it goes, y'all. Y'all enjoy it.
Just got back from the car lot. I talked to him about my stick set both of them out.
We're gonna get some tonight.
Some.
The experiences I had with you or my solo experience that you obviously did.
By saying either I'm done or I'm leaving, that way we know.
Sounds like y'all might not need. It sounds like y'all's family might need to.
Yeah. Close. It's always.
Welcome to the Mystic Paranormal UK Management Lounge.
Wow, you caught me.
It cut off fast. I didn't expect it to cut off that quick.
Wow, I like have food in my mouth and straw. Sorry, people.
Oh, Lord.
That's an amazing commercial. Who made that commercial?
I don't know if it's Matt, Marcus. Both of them had a thing to do with that. They all had a little hand in it. I still can't believe I'm on there. You know, it don't seem real, but
My light just turned out right here. I don't know why it turned out, but we'll turn it back off. That's I don't know if they're starting to come out and play now or what, but well, Thomas, why don't you join us and you can be New Jersey and you can be the skeptic New Jerseyan. Is that a name? New Jerseyan? Sounds good.
yeah.
And I was going to say, you know what? You got 11 people on your YouTube side. If you guys haven't, definitely share this out, okay? It doesn't matter if you give it a thumbs up, thumbs down. It's still a view. We prefer a thumbs up. If you really dislike this show, hit that thumbs down twice just to see what happens.
Yeah, we got 11 or 12 on YouTube, and I got 2 on Facebook.
Nice.
Yeah.
See what happens when you guys share it out?
I tried to get on Parapost today, trying to get it set up for that, but it wouldn't let me do it.
Aw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As expected, it wouldn't really work. Laugh out loud.
I think a skeptic would. I mean, because they would debunk things better or try to, and
They will,
Lulu. Oh my gosh.
they will try to work harder at it, trying to get
Yeah.
it. Try to disprove something other.
Jay, I have a problem. Jay, come get her. Oh my gosh. Jay, I can hear him laughing and he's seeing Lulu. She wants to be the star of the show now.
Yeah.
She smacks me. You saw her earlier hit me. Like, let me in. Come on.
Yeah.
So what events do you have coming up?
Nothing big for the moment. We are going to have our paranormal group cookout for our team members and their families.
Nice.
I gotta wait till a little bit farther year when it cools down, so my dad can be outside more with us.
Yeah. And I get that. I die when I'm back east. I really do. I'm not used to that weather at all, and I just like melt.
Yeah, I'm down south on the east side, so our weather ain't as hot, but I don't think I can handle Georgia or Florida or somewhere like that. I don't think I can handle all that. I don't want to move north because I don't like snow.
You don't like snow?
I hate snow.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Here in Oregon, in our location in the Portland area, I wouldn't say we would get a lot of snow, but Mount Hood will get all the snow, and they still like snowboard up there during the summer. Here, I think the weather's. What are you doing behind me? Coughing or something. The weather here, it stays pretty cool for the most part, and we don't have that humidity or anything like that. And I feel like 70 degrees is like perfect weather. Now she's going to go back over there and get lazy. That's what your pig does, huh? Just like eats and sleeps.
That's him.
Yeah, except for that blizzard. A person we know came here to Oregon, and it was in February. This blizzard came out of nowhere. Well, the crazy thing was, she had brought this portal with her. And then she got stranded here for 2 weeks because of the blizzard. The first night she was here, we lost power for like 4 days.
No.
And yeah, then they shut down pretty much everything in this town because there was no power. She got stuck here for 2 weeks. She was only supposed to have been here for 4 days. And then, so this was in February, March, April. We got freakishly hot weather that was 113 degrees outside. Never do we get like this. So, yeah, it was, I think it had something to do with that portal. There was somebody on I can't think of his name. I got to talk to him about that because it's left here.
Yeah. What is your favorite piece of equipment when you go to a location to investigate? What would be one or two pieces that you really grab out of your car without thinking about it? Just grab it.
I would grab my my SB7 and my camera. Because my camera, I can record, like if I want to record a sound or something like that. Those would be the ones I would grab. Oh, shit, I forgot my Alice box. I'm sorry, I forgot about that. I love my Alice box too, yes. Okay, so my Alice box, it would be 3 things. Can I have 3? Can I buy a vowel?
Yeah, you can, anything you want to take.
Yeah, it would be my Alice box, the PSP7, and my camera or my phone that I do a lot of recording on. It would be them.
Yes,
Jacob, I like to think of
I am from North Carolina. I'm not too far from the Blue Ridge Mountains, probably about 45 minutes, I guess. Great Smoky Mountains, whatever you want to call them.
I've been there.
Me and Austin and MJC Paranormal, we went up there one night to do an investigation, what they call Puckett Cabin.
Okay.
It was on the Parkway, Blue Ridge Parkway, and it's actually we had some good things happen that night. There's some voices and blue lights shining with no reason at all. We saw lights. Nobody was coming down the road or nothing like that.
Wow. Patty and I, when I went to Tennessee, we went to some places there in the Smoky Mountains. Also, this other place I totally forgot about. It's crazy. I've been to so many places, but I really can't think about it unless somebody says something and it triggers my brain. But Elkmont, which is there in Tennessee, I know I read that. Elkmont is a ghost town, and there's these homes that they're, not rebuilding, but, trying to preserve. And there's so much. Actually, I take that back. We did hear talking in some of these houses, but it was like a whisper. But sometimes I tried to play it off as if it's somebody else, but majority of the time there's nobody else there with us. So,
yeah.
But yes, you can hear voices. So see, I had to remember Elkmont to remember the voices.
Yeah. Do you just drive around and find places to you think that you might want to look around in your hometown, or
yes,
that's the way we do.
I when Jay's driving, I'm looking. I'm constantly looking. I'm like, oh my God, we found this amazing house. And there was another house behind it, but this house was 5 stories abandoned. And we went and got permission because everybody out there, we don't go into a place if it says do not enter or no trespassing until we get permission. And that's the rule I live by.
That's the way we do.
But this house, as we were driving by, was like behind these other houses. I was like, oh my God, Jay, turn around. Because he had caught it out of the corner of his eye too. So that was an amazing place. we'll take back roads, and I will see like abandoned homes or cemeteries that sit back, like that you wouldn't even know there was a cemetery there, but a little sign will say like Cave Cemetery. I'm like, turn around, we gotta go check that out. And you can't see it on the roadside, so you have to drive up back in the woods like a half mile to get to this little itty bitty cemetery.
Yeah.
So yeah, that old unfinished lodge was awesome, right? Sophie. But yeah, I like to do that. Drive around, be spontaneous. Get down.
If there's anybody in the chat that wants to ask her some questions, y'all are more happy to. Y'all can pick her brain.
Wait a minute. Let me go grab my marbles that I've lost, and we can pull a marble out at a time so they can pick that.
If y'all have any questions that I didn't ask, I done went brain dead. I forgot all my questions. I didn't write none down. I'm going to start writing stuff down so I can remember the questions I need to ask.
Because now you've got my.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a glare come from my computer screen. It come from you to me. Now I'm getting all the side effects.
I have that effect on people, Jonathan. Just so you know. What do you think my husband's been with me this year will be our silver anniversary? Because I put a spell on him. No, I didn't. No. But it is our silver anniversary this year.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll be married for 9 years, I think.
Congrats
Which
on that.
this year we actually forgot. Both of us forgot our wedding anniversary. Last year she forgot it. The year for that I forgot it.
That's funny that you say that. My husband has forgot our wedding anniversary twice.
I normally keep that in my mindset because I don't want to suffer the consequences.
What reminded him was Facebook one year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And the crazy thing is on Facebook, he will mess around with me and he'll unfriend me on Facebook, right? I'm like, why did you do that? And then he'll refriend me, I don't know, like a week later. And then I have to put, we got married on this date. And people will be like, I thought you were already married. I'm like, yeah, but I remarried him again on Facebook. So we've been married like 5 times according to Facebook. Hi, Liz. So yeah, that's one of the things. When did you guys get married?
April the 5th, 2014.
Also, you just
2
had an
o'clock.
anniversary.
At 2 o'clock.
At 2 o'clock. Nice. He's like, at 2 o'clock. I remember that. At 2 o'clock.
Yeah, I was nervous.
I think I was late for my own wedding.
We got married on a golf course where I worked at. So,
Really?
yeah. It was real nice. Had a lot of people.
Hi, Liz.
We actually had a pretty good turnout.
Nice.
It cost me a lot of money. It better turned out.
I don't think my friends have any questions for me.
No, don't look like it.
No, because we talk about it behind the scenes too. A lot of these people that are in your YouTube side chat, YouTube. We do a lot of talking behind scenes. I like to do like IRLs. I like to go to cemeteries and try to do, have live feed going and stuff.
Yeah.
And so these people have known me anywhere from like 5 years. Tony and Kay. So they pretty much, my husband and I are an open book. I mean, anything you want to know or anything, we'll tell you. We have nothing to hide, I'm just as crazy as, no, I'm crazier than anyone, I guess I want to say. I'm crazy, just as crazy as the next guy, but no.
Do you have anything you want to add to what you got going on the next few weeks or months? Or
Did your bubble gum lose its flavor? Actually, I put my bubble gum behind my ear, and then when I wake up, it's never there. So I don't know if it loses its flavor. But putting it on the back of my bedpost, thank you. I think it will start doing that. I'm only on quick to show. Oh, thank you, Liz. Thank you so much.
yeah, I appreciate it, Liz. She said it's kind of early over there for her. It's like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning or something like that.
Wow. Now, like Kelly, Phoenix Fire, she's also an Oregonian. She lives more in Southern Oregon. And when we say like 5 hours away, 4 hours, I want to get down there to see her and meet her in person. But there's a place I want to take her to, which is the Vortex of Oregon. And if you guys look that up, it's really cool. Even I guess Ghost Adventures and Ghost Hunters have been there. But there's a lot of history behind all of that. And I want to take her there. And she's telling me there's some cemeteries where she wants to take me in her hometown. So she's another person. We got to get her with the P3. That way there's another Oregonian.
Yeah. I don't know. I like being only North Carolinian.
But you have a team. I just have me and my husband. And then when I go to Florida, I'm actually with Patty on the G team with her there.
Yeah.
So that's my team back east. When I come back west, I'm just me and my husband.
Yeah, it always gets me. Every time I see my picture on there, I about cry.
I know that whoever made that I think you're right. I think it was Marcus and Matt. They did an amazing job.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Why? Liz, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
She sends things like that won't show up.
Oh, I was like going, I'm not seeing nothing. I'm like,
It sends all them little
aww.
picture message and it won't never pop up.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I wake up in morning times and I'm dreading going to work and stuff like that, and I'll see I got a Facebook message. I'll look at it and she'll send "Have a nice day" or "Good morning. I hope you have a good morning, good day at work," stuff like that. Every single day.
In our group chat, she's very inspirational.
Yes.
Very positive, and you know, a lot of people everybody needs a Liz in their life. I just have to say that because she is, you know, now that you're reminding me, she does do that, and very inspirational, very positive, and that's what I love about you, Liz. Now,
yeah,
so there. That's awesome that she does that for you and stuff. That's
yes,
you gotta be like that. That's so sweet.
I lost train of thought now. What I was actually going to say.
I totally rubbed off on you. Score.
It was right here, and it was coming right here, and it just got gone.
Yep, that happens to me too. Oh my god, I know that feeling. I hate it when I'm talking. You know, just having a mutual conversation, and all of a sudden I'll stop. Yeah. You see me do that, I stop, and I'm just like, I can be in the middle of a word and stop, and my brain broke. I don't know what it is. But I'm glad I'm rubbing off on you.
Let's see. What was I going to say? Gosh, I get mad when I can't think of something.
Don't get mad. Get glad. If anybody knows that commercial. Oh, she said darn fat finger. She was talking. That's funny.
That's what she was writing.
Yep. And she goes, darn fat fingers. That is too funny. He just ratted you out, Kelly.
Do you have like any of your kids go with you?
Okay, sorry about that. What was the question?
Do you have any of your children go with you on an
Yeah.
investigation? Or
Okay. So my son Ozzy has gone with me. He for the longest time he didn't tell me this because he thought I was going to think he was crazy. But he can astro project. He's got abilities, and stuff has happened to him in the house. And again, he didn't tell me about it. And then when he did, I'm like, oh my God, that actually, because there would be nights I heard him hit the floor in his room and I thought he fell out of bed, but he was like on the other side of his bed. I'm like, what happened? He goes, I got pushed down my bed.
Yeah.
So there was all of that. My daughter Cheyenne, now just recently, she's wanting to go. So one night she called me up. She was telling me her and her friend was at the cemetery. I don't like the location of that cemetery. I'm like, of all cemeteries, why did you go there? She goes, because I want to check it out. And it's like 1 a.m. I'm like, you know what? Just come pick me up. Let me take you to a better cemetery. Oh, thank you, Liz. And she did. She actually, even my husband didn't know. I guess I snuck out of that house, if you want to call that. I walked out the front door, but her and her friend came and picked me up, and I grabbed, one of my backpacks, and I said, okay, I want you to take me to this one. Because she wanted more of that creep factor. Well, the cemetery where she went is not in a good neighborhood. And those are 2 white girls. And the cemetery has this area has a lot of transients and drug addicts and stuff like that. So it kind of freaked me out knowing that she was there. But she came and got me. I took her to the other cemetery, and the communication she was getting when she was asking them to say her name, and they said her name, her jaw dropped. I have this recorded. They said her friend's name, both of their jaws dropped. And they're like, well, how do we know that this isn't like a recording or something? And I go, we're not using an app. We're using the SB7. And I'm like, it's going backwards. So when you hear in a full word in a full sentence, something's trying to communicate with you. She's like, oh my God. So she's kind of believing and stuff, but she's getting more curious. And I think I'll probably take her on more investigations.
Yeah. I got to think about one of the places. I know we talked about it earlier, but I had never heard anybody say they would like to go try to get the rundown on the Bermuda Triangle. I want to go. I want to go see what the fuss is all about. You know what I'm saying? I think that we can. I just wonder how we can do that without disappearing ourselves.
I was going to say that. I think that place actually. I think I'm freaked out by that place because I mean, how are you going to investigate without? Because it's one of those hit and miss things. Some people disappear, some people don't. Are we going to tie a string to our airplane and then, like, if it disappears, come on back, we got you. I mean, how that place does freak me out. That would be. I would be too scared to fly over because I don't want to be one of those hit and miss things on my luck. It would take me and snatch me, and I'd be gone off somewhere. So yeah, that
would be a good investigation, though.
It would. I mean, because you can either fly or be on a ship because both of those come up missing. Like, how would you do that?
Yeah.
Oh my God! You got my heart pounding thinking that. I'm going. I couldn't do that. If let's say if it was paid, I couldn't do it. That was one place I'm telling you straight up, I can't do it. Wow.
Not even on a gallon?
I couldn't do it. Not even on a ship. Not even on a plane. I don't even like green eggs and ham. Okay, we're just going with that. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I just thought about that. I hadn't heard anybody say anything about the Bermuda Triangle.
It's an interesting place. I like watching, documentaries on it and stuff like that. I would love to live stream from Bermuda Triangle. Yeah, and then when you disappear, what do we do, Kelly? What do? We can't pull you back on the string. That ain't happening.
Yeah,
And again, it's one of those hit miss things. Like some people go, never return. Some people go, don't feel nothing. Some people go, feel something, and then return. And they're days later and they're lost and confused. So it's like, oh my gosh. She's like, party. Party on the Bermuda. Let's go.
ain't there one at the Great Lakes is like that? One of the where they have a ghost ship or something?
Yes. That is yep, I can't think of it. I know what you're talking about. It's
I've read a
now would I
book.
go on the Great Lakes? Probably not.
Yeah,
Evan Fitzgerald went down on the Great Lakes. That place is just as bad as the ocean out there, but it's lakes. It really gets ocean storms.
yeah.
So okay, Jonathan, you got me on two places I will not go to. Even if you pay me, even if it was an all it paid expense with everything, no, I can't do it. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Would you do it?
I probably would the Great Lakes. I
No.
would attempt to go to the Bermuda, but I'll probably back out time we get close to it.
Yeah, I'm one of those people. I'm all go get them out there, and I like you feeling a ship. Like when I'd hear a noise, I'd go and be like, "What's that?" And I would go first, and then I'd scare the crap out of who's ever behind me. But if I hear a noise, I want to go check it out. The Bermuda Triangle? No, that's okay. I'm perfectly fine where I'm at.
Yeah. I think go to the Great Lakes and and see the ghost ship. I think that'll be interesting. I do want to go to our coast over here on North Carolina where the pirates are. Blackbeard, you heard of him?
Okay.
I like pirates. The old day, not the modern day stuff,
Right.
but the
Oh,
older
you don't
day.
like Johnny Depp as a pirate?
No, I like the 1700s and stuff, the old timey.
Right. The true.
Yeah.
Here in Portland, we have what you've heard of the Columbia River that goes into the ocean, right? Well, we have a Willamette River that meets the Columbia River. We actually, on the Willamette River, we have pirates. Honestly, we have these pirates that live on these ships, and they look like pirate ships. And basically, what they are is they're the transients of the river. We have a lot of homeless people in Portland, Oregon. A lot of it is they choose to be homeless.
Yeah.
But these pirates, it kind of looks like something out of the olden days, like the whole ship.
Yeah.
It's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got those still.
I like the old one because we studied about it in fourth grade when I was in school. Blackbeard,
Mm-hmm.
he's from North Carolina, and he actually was killed somewhere down around where we was at, down next to Wilmington.
Oh, really?
On out towards the Outer Banks a little bit. Somewhere in
Okay.
that, that's where he was killed at, had his head chopped off.
Oh, wow.
I've always liked him. I know it's kind of strange, but he's just a North Carolina native, and that's the reason why I liked him.
I totally get that. Now, I want to say to you, I want to thank you for helping put everything together and having all of us meet up in North Carolina. Wilmington was this beautiful, amazing place. Like, you could feel the history there. When Patty and I ended up at this bed and breakfast, It was like it was meant to be. And then the cemetery up the road was like a 1700 cemetery. The Bellamy Mansion, we didn't realize was like just up the road too. We ended up going there. But just the history there alone, I would love to go back to that place. And now knowing what we could find there, that, you know, because when you go into a new town or city, you don't know.
Yeah.
But that place was amazing. So I want to thank you, all of you guys, for putting that together. And, you know, we all meeting on the ship and stuff. That I had a blast.
I was like what Matt said, just walked outside and like, oh God, I'm all these people were 15 seconds, minutes away from where I'm standing at right now. Matt was the first one I talked to and met that day. I was scared. I was nervous. I told my wife that I'm ready to go back home.
Oh,
I was not going to do investigating.
oh,
And when I got and met Matt, I realized he's just pretty much like I was.
yep.
And then I
Oh,
got
there he is.
then I met Mr. Fedora, and it actually changed because I already know Mason and Austin, you know. So,
Right.
but like meeting you from all the way across to the land, you know, and
Yeah.
it was crazy. I mean, I sat down and I was worried. I was getting ready to have one of them panic attacks and stuff. I was like, what in the devil's wrong with me?
Doesn't mean you're filled with regret. We are, Matt. We are because of you. But
But
hold on just a second. My son's here to pick up his dog. Hold on. I'll be right back. Go to commercial.
Everybody, I do appreciate each one of y'all joined in here. If y'all hadn't caught the show that I did last night, go check it out. I was with MJC and Austin. We actually had a pretty good time on the bridge where we was at and at the little cemetery. My dad did get a little startled. Something actually walked up and looked in the window. I never saw him that scared and shaking before, but he actually was literally shaking. If y'all hadn't saw any of the battleship videos that Matt and Emma and all, Amy and all them had put out there, MJ, go check those out because they actually did good. I didn't do a video; I just done a live. I was too excited. I was kind of worried about everybody having a good time. I didn't really. I mean, I enjoyed being there, but I just didn't enjoy the not doing the video. I was mainly worried about trying to show everybody a decent, fun time on the battleship. Go check all theirs out.
You did that. And I want to say, talk about Southern hospitality. Jonathan and his family actually brought food for everyone.
Yeah.
And I mean, who would have expected that?
That was my dad's idea.
That was amazing. I mean, they brought lunch meat, sandwich stuff, chips, pop, and water, and that was awesome. That was the Southern hospitality that people, you know, you hear talk about, and you guys did it.
We was going to order pizza from Domino's, but you know who told me they better not have no pizza?
Matt.
This guy right here, paranormal consultant.
Matt. But you know, to me, bringing lunch meats and stuff like that, you know what? It was like you put more love into it. And that's where I felt at home.
Yeah.
And it was amazing.
I said, hell no.
Oh shit. Hey, guess what I had tonight for dinner? Oh wait. Oh yeah. That's what I had for dinner.
Y'all actually caught
Give
her
me a
eating.
D.
Y'all actually caught her eating something when the video went off a while ago.
Oh my god. I had my mouth full of a straw. You totally caught me off guard on that one. I was like,
But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. I gotta get in bed and go to work in the morning.
thank you.
I really appreciate you
having me.
coming on.
I
Yes.
appreciate you inviting me. I this was fun, Jonathan. And
I was actually scared you was gonna say no. I don't want to be on your show.
why would I say no?
I'm telling you,
No, I love you and your family. You guys are amazing.
I was nervous. See, I ain't got no fingers. I done bit on my nails and then started on my fingers.
You know the rule I live by. You don't know unless you ask. So if you never asked, it'll always be in your head. You know what? Yes, you probably would have told me no. But if you ask, I want to tell you, 9 out of 10 times a person's going to say yes.
Yeah.
Unless you get one of those people like Matt, you know.
I just want to say to you that I really appreciate you coming on. We actually, I believe we had a pretty good show. Had a lot of people joining in.
Yeah, we did.
I know they're all sat back laughing at us.
Of course.
Especially at me being a host. I ain't nothing but just a country dude that don't know much about what he's doing. Oh, Cryptid is hosting an open mic tomorrow at 7.
Hint. So, hey, Jonathan, aren't you going to have me on your show again tomorrow night? Oh, wait. No, never mind. We got to go to the Cryptids, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll be at work, but I'll catch it as soon as I get off work. But
and everyone, don't forget to check out his YouTube channel and his Facebook channel. These people are amazing. I'm telling you, straight up.
I really appreciate everything you've done for us. You know, I mean, help sharing us out. I appreciate each and everybody in the P3 program. That, like Lisa, she does a lot of sharing for me. And plus, Liz, she shares all the time. Matt, I don't know what to say about Matt.
Yeah, Matt. Want some Dominoes? There was our quick commercial.
Hey, that's what I need to do every time he comes in. Have me a Domino's commercial going on.
Right? Had the box going. Dun, 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 dun. Wait, it's upside down. Dun, dun. Oh, no one knows what to say about me. True.
No, we love you, Matt. If it wasn't for you, we all wouldn't be able to come together, you know?
And don't forget the global ghost hunt that's coming up too. That's another big thing. You guys just follow the P3 program, you know, the Facebook, follow Jonathan. He keeps us up to date with a lot of stuff on his Facebook. He does more lives on his Facebook. And here I am promoting you on your own channel. This is pretty cool. This is Emmy's show. Hello, I want to welcome to my show. We got Jonathan right here that owns this channel right here. No. But yeah, again, I can't thank you enough for inviting me. And it actually felt good. I was honored. You guys are amazing. You and your family and your dad are truly amazing. I that's me and everybody else who knows you guys. will agree with me. I can guarantee it.
I really appreciate that. It's mainly see, the thing is, when I first got on Matt's show at one time, my first interview ever in my life, I just sat there. I let my cousin do all the talking stuff. Well, then Matt, when we got in the background, he said, "We got to get you up talking now." But he wished now we got to get him to shut up.
Right? Right? And that's the thing I've noticed. Yeah, I know you got to get off your show, but that's the thing I've noticed about like you and Fedora and a few others. You guys have actually come out and you're more talkative, and I don't know what else to say, but that I've actually seen you guys grow up. My little babies are growing up now, and they're strong. But no, seriously, you guys have, and that's been an amazing thing to witness and be part of.
As Matt says, I remember that show. Yeah. I actually had another interview the other day about an author contacting me. She's writing a book about the clinic that we've been doing, and
wow.
she wanted to put crossover paranormal in there.
Wow! Congrats.
Yeah, it's
that's a big thing.
The book's supposed to come out in November sometime. So
nice.
I will share
Who is it? Who's writing it?
I don't even know her name. Alex somebody. I can't think of her last name.
Okay.
She was she's from California. She moved to Raleigh, North Carolina. She investigated the clinic a few times. Then she moved to Virginia.
Okay.
But,
wow, I can't wait to see that book when it comes out. That will be pretty cool.
Yeah, I will show it on the Facebook, post it on Facebook and everything.
Nice.
It's gonna be pretty cool. Everyone in our family is growing. I'm very proud of all.
I agree with Matt 100%.
Yeah. I wouldn't have my show if it weren't for Matt, because he really influenced me.
I was going to say he gave you that little boost behind and helped and give you that. Yeah, that's awesome.
The intro, the background picture, he did all that for me.
Wow.
I can't thank him enough. He's actually did all that. I mean, I sat and think about it, and I just like almost cry because of it. I can't believe it. I can't believe I got friends that really care and want to help and stuff like that. Well, I shouldn't say friends. I got family, because Matt said he kick my butt next time I say friends.
And that's the thing too. You know, as I've grown and I've learned, you don't have to be blood related to be family. Like sometimes I feel people who aren't blood related are closer family. The thing that I've noticed with you guys, nobody asks for anything in return except for share. But everybody steps out of their way to help somebody in one way or another, and never, ever, ever ask for anything in return. And there's a lot of communities out there that do that. I said do. You see that? But no, it's an amazing family here. It really is. Yeah. My dog's snoring again in the background.
I'm going to go ahead and sign off and and if you want to stay on and watch my outro, you can. Matt made that for me.
I want to check it out.
You have it. Of course, you notice my thing is cops. My theme of my show is cops. I questioned you. You're on the witness stand right now because you've been summoned to something.
Okay. I'll tell you what I know. I know that. No, I'm joking. I just blinded myself. Wow.
I gotta get me a Bible so you can put your hand on it so you can tell nothing but the truth.
Right? I blinded myself. That was dumb.
But I do, like I say, I appreciate you and appreciate each and everybody that's in the chat. I won't be able to sit here and name off everybody, but all of y'all.
I like that. All y'all, everyone, all y'all. Thank you so much for coming and supporting cops.
Witness stand, I love that. I appreciate it, Matt. But I do appreciate each and every one of you, all the P3 family members, for their love and support of our group. Me and my dad, it does mean a lot to my dad, all the prayers that everybody prayed for him. He, like I said, he's still doing better. He's walking around. Yes, last night was his first time investigating with me. How trying to get him back in slow at a time. He carried his oxygen bottle with him in case he needed oxygen. But he did good, and I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Keep him in y'all's prayers and everything. He's still got a little long road to go through. So thank y'all, and love each and every one of y'all. And here is the outro. And I was.
Don't forget to go and happy hauntings. I don't know how Matt does it.
But next time, next Sunday at the same time, 9 p.m. Eastern time. I'm not sure who I'm going to have on yet, but I will post it in the Facebook page. And I'll try to get another incredible star like what I have tonight.
Shut up. I'm not a star. I'm a moon. No, I'm just a regular person like you that enjoy the same things you enjoy. You flatter me. Oh my God, I think I'm blushing. Star.
Yeah, you are. You live on the West Coast.
That doesn't make me a star. That makes me
a star.
I don't know what that means. Whatever. You need to sign off because you got to go. Let's see your outro. This amazing outro. And you got to go to bed because you have to work tomorrow.
Yep.
Thanks, everyone, for coming over.
Yeah. Thank y'all for crossing over to my channel.
Oh, I like that. Crossing over.
After this gets done, if you want to be in backstage for a minute, and I'll talk to you in a little while.
Yep. I'll wait. Caught me with food in my mouth again.